Let's do them, dude. Let's take it to the screens here real quick and look at this. Check this out, man. Communicating with a dreaming person is possible. A study from 4 independent teams. Oh, I hear Loose back there squeaking. A study from 4 independent teams report that lucid dreaming during the REM sleep stage allows for two-way communication. I think it's very interesting to consider Loose squeaking her toy that much there. I think it's very interesting to consider.
Lucid squeaking, yeah.
Lucid squeaking. The possibility of communicating with somebody. Loose, I hear you. It's not turkey time right now, Loose. I know, you're very good. Okay. But the idea of being able to communicate with somebody while they're dreaming is pretty interesting, man. It's pretty squeaky. It's pretty squeaky and interesting, basically.
I've always been fascinated with lucid dreaming. You know, it's something I've always wanted to be able to do. I've never really been able to.
Well,
it seems like every time I've kind of become conscious in my dreams is right when I wake up. You know?
Yeah, and I mean it's often kind of an in-between stage between sleep and awake. I certainly am not at a point where I could like call it up and do it specifically, but I have certainly had lucid dreams in the past. It's a very different kind of sensation in a way. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily life-changing, but it can be confusing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is a lucid dream is that like a really, really realistic feeling dream, or is it a dream where you just know it, you become aware?
I think it maybe varies person to person, but for me personally, in those scenarios, you have an awareness that Luce is squeaking her toys. Yeah. You have an awareness. T-Tac is, of course, contributing to content with fart noises.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
That wasn't you? Wow.
That was me. I just thought it'd be funny if Luce just took a shit right there.
Please. Oh, my God. I've had a big
Not
enough
after
week.
this week.
I've had a big enough week, dude. But for me, it's just been kind of the awareness that you are awake. In addition to, it's like simultaneous consciousness in a way. You kind of are running two lines. You have what you're doing when you're a dream, but there's an awareness that it is a dream and you are awake. So it's not like sleep paralysis necessarily. It's not. I don't feel panicky or anything. You know, it's akin to hallucination in a way.
I've had something like that, but not the way they sell it on like TV and stuff, where I become just in control of my dream. I guess I'm just gonna go fly through the air now.
Right.
I
None of your
can't
business.
do any of that.
For 200 Krill says vivid dreams is what Ed mentioned. Lucid is when you're aware you're dreaming. Yeah. Active is where you can control stuff. Oh, well, there we go.
I feel like okay. Yeah, then maybe I've had a lucid dream because I've been aware, but not in control.
You maybe can't necessarily steer it too well, but you have an awareness that you're lying in bed and living this alternate life.
Yeah. I've had some pretty cool vivid dreams. Like I had this one dream where I had these little they were like ball bearings, but they were bigger than that, and they were in my pocket, and I had this remote control, and they made me fly. So like, because it was something magnetic or something, I guess, right? So because I had this remote control, I could fly with these ball bearings in my pocket. But then I flipped over the remote and I opened it up and there were no batteries in it, man.
Dun. Cold Girl says sleep paralysis is fucking horrifying. That's true, man. But it's interesting to see what we could find out by communicating with people in that state. And we've come up with all kinds of interesting ways to communicate here recently. And it's not just us. We don't want just dreaming people communicating with us. We want everything to be able to communicate with us, including our spinach. Sensing danger with spinach. Now, there are fields of smart spinach out there where if there's some kind of ecological, whatever emergency, it automatically has the spinach send an email to somebody who can come out and fix the spinach, man. Spinach knows when it's in danger. Spinach knows when it's in danger. And so now spinach can send a fucking email to tell the farmer that the spinach is in danger, dude. You believe that?
This is going to be the most confusing apocalypse ever.
The hell is going to happen when PETA gets a hold of this? Oh
boy. Well,
no.
Spinach doesn't want to be eaten. I got an email.
Death to the rabbits, man. I tell you what, spinach can sense danger, but humans are still kind of hit and miss. I'm going to tell you about somebody who should have sensed danger coming when he had the chance. Chris D'Elia addresses previous sexual misconduct allegations. I do have a problem.
Oh,
no. Oh, my God. That's terrible. If you don't know, Chris D'Elia, who's a pretty decent stand-up, had an okay podcast, been on a few shows and movies and what have you, got accused of sexually assaulting underage women. Oh, boy. The Whale was very clear about this. No animals, no kids. And he got accused of touching kids. He disappeared for about the last year, probably the smart move. And now he's back, and the quote from him is, I do have a problem.
Why?
God. Down here, I know it looks bad. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You know what the worst part about this is? The very first thing I ever saw him on was that episode of Workaholics where he played a pedophile. Ugh.
Oh, no.
What's up? I'm Topher. I'm friends with the guys now. That one? Oh,
what's
boy.
the rest of that quote? Is he like, I do have a problem. I'm too nice to kids.
Right. No, he says that there's some questionable images that he had. He claims he did not do any of those things. I'm gonna spare the gory parts on where it involves children,
right.
but you know what I mean. I think,
in
is trying to
possession of
claim that
some
he is
material.
looking at things but not doing things. Now, that's not a good enough excuse for me personally, but that is what he's saying.
I mean, it's better than doing things, I guess.
Yeah, certainly. But, I mean, it just goes to show you that you shouldn't put celebrities up on a fucking pedestal, man. You really shouldn't, because they're people with fucking problems. At least a few of the celebrities out there get this, though. Dolly Parton rejects proposed statue of her at Tennessee Capitol. I don't think putting me on a pedestal is appropriate at this time. I'd say you're right, Dolly. Give it to Dolly Parton for being a class act, even into her fucking 130s. However,
why is she saying at this time?
Well, who knows, man? But
did she
nonetheless,
diddle a kid too, or?
She did not diddle a kid too. God, I hope not. You know
Not part
of
the segue.
I don't know, man. If I'm 14 and Dolly Parton's, never mind.
I'm just saying, man. Don't put them on a pedestal. Fucking things can go wrong at the drop of a hat. New worries from Marilyn Manson. The LA County Sheriff's Department is looking into domestic violence allegations against performer. Now, we talked about this last week, maybe a week before. I don't like court of public opinion. He got accused of something, immediately lost everything. Got dropped from the label, by the agent, by the management company, all that shit. Lost everything immediately. That's just based on an accusation. Now, I'm not saying he did or didn't do anything. I don't fucking know. How would I know? I'm not there. I'm saying court of public opinion on Twitter is not enough to fucking convict a man. Well, they're taking a little bit further steps now. Looks like it's going to be a real thing. I'm interested to see how this one comes out. All I know is that guys like Chris D'Elia and Marilyn Manson, who would have guessed they'd be in the same fucking sentence? If things continue to go south, these boys are going to have to find new ways to make money. And that being the case, I'm going to show you an advertisement that I saw on Twitch and found a pull of the commercial on YouTube just so we could look at it here today, because people that have no money, no jobs, no prospect, and no hope, well, what's the best way that they can get their rent done now? Let's take a look at a commercial in the worst art style of all time.
Are you looking for a new way to make up to $700 this month?
That's corporate art.
And help save lives? Donate plasma and make up to $700 this month at CSL Plasma.
Saw it as a commercial on Twitch, man. That means that those kind of services are popular enough that they will make more money by spending advertiser dollars putting that commercial on Twitch in order to get people to donate fucking plasma, man.
Yep.
All I know is
using way too many napkins.
I'm just saying, D'Elia's been using way too many napkins, and him and Marilyn Manson are both too goddamn skinny to be donating plasma that often. So hopefully they find a way out of their situation, and if not, tough titties, fellas. Better learn how to fucking code, I guess.
I'm not a criminal. I'm an artist working in an unpopular medium. Can I just speak to you? I mean, really speak to you like man to man. I've known you for a long time, William. And I know about your penchant for spying on women.